Okay, Miss McFarland, this is my the extra stuff I'm adding to my Prezi, so it may help my semester exam grade. So first, we're gonna start off with f of x equals x squared. All right. Well, you see, it's a parabola. This is the graph for this equation x squared. And if you ever wanted to have a negative or solve a parabola if it was upside down, then you would have f equals negative x squared, and that is because it's reflecting over the x-axis, which still makes it a parabola, but it's opening downwards, not unlike this one. This one's opening upwards. That's why this is a positive and this one's a negative, and that is why it's f of x equals negative x squared. It's reflecting over the x-axis. So you see, if you ever had f of x equals x squared plus 1, basically the only thing you'd have to do is move the parabola up 1. And that is because you're adding. Since you're adding, you're going to be going up. But if you were subtracting, it would be f of x equals x squared minus 1. And you'd move the parabola 1 down. And that is because you're subtracting. When you're subtracting, you're going to go down. And this is a vertical shift. These are the vertical shifts for for f of x equals x squared and negative x squared. Now let's move to absolute values. F of x equals the absolute value of x. You see, this is a graph for this. F of x equals the absolute value of x, and we get this. But if you had an upside down one, then that would mean it's the f of x equals the negative absolute value of x, and that is because it is reflecting over the x-axis, just like the parabola. It's basically the same concept when it's a vertical shift. F of x equals the absolute value of x plus 1, and basically I'm just moving it up 1 and I get my graph. Then here comes f of x equals the absolute value of x minus 1, and I'm going down because it's negative now because well, sorry, this one's a negative. Yeah, all right, negative absolute value of x minus 1 because it's reflecting over the x-axis, and since it's negative, we're going to be going 1 down. One second. And now we come to our f of x equals x cubed. This one is the graph for f of x equals x cubed. But if we wanted a negative, that would be f of x equals negative x, which equals negative x cubed. And this is because it's reflecting over the y-axis. And that is why this one, even f of x over here is negative, and that's negative, and that is not negative, and that's positive. So vertical stretches occur when the absolute value of a is greater than 1, and vertical compressions occur when when the absolute value of a is between 0 and 1. So this could work. 0 is less than the absolute value of a, which is less than 1. Vertical reflections are across the x-axis, so a is less than 0, and the equation you could use the equation y equals a times f of x. The y values are multiplied by a factor of a. So I'm going to show you how to do some of these. All right. Well, this is a parabola, and now I'm moving to the vertical shift. The horizontal shift, I'm sorry. F of x equals x squared. It was the original equation, so we have it in parentheses now because now we're doing horizontal. So x minus 5. I just used a random example. So if f of x is f of x parentheses x minus 5 parentheses close squared. So basically it'd be the parabola. This is the first equation. This is the second equation. This is f of x equals x squared, and that is f of x equals x minus 5. And you see we're moving to the right. And the only reason, because at first, when I looked at this equation, I thought I'd move left because it's subtraction. You see, we would move left if it was not in parentheses. So x minus 5 is in parentheses, right? So we're going to be moving to the opposite. So since it's subtracting, we're going to go to the right. So x minus 5 squared. So basically it's just a parabola, but I just move it to the right 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and voila, I have my parabola. And now let's move on to the to the other one, the opposite one. So f of x equals x squared. This is the original equation, and now we're going to be moving to the left because now we're going to be moving to the left because now we have an addition. We have an addition one over here now. Since it's still in its parentheses, it's going to go to the left because now it's addition. So basically, I did the same thing I did over here, and I moved it to the left 5. So this works. This works for any of the other vertical shifts that I was talking about, such as the x cube or the absolute value. You could use this to get those as well. Thank you.